On the local show, we like to take you to places you've never been before or haven't been to in a while. Next up, we invite you to join us in the Changing Gallery at the American Jazz Museum in Kansas City's historic 18th and Vine neighborhood.
Producer Sandy Woodson introduces us to local artist Ryan Harrelson, whose work is featured in Beyond Words, a fusion of poetry, visual art, and jazz.
Well, the name of the piece is called The Briar Patch, and it's based on this old Southern folk tales, parables about a clever rabbit who's always succeeding in getting himself out of tight situations with this fox and this bear that's always trying to get him to eat him. The reason that I know of this story is because one of my favorite hip-hop artists, Devin the Dude, has a song called The Briar Patch. So I was listening to this song, and he's pretty clever. He's a pretty clever artist, so like he's got this song, and it's like, please don't throw me in the briar patch.
The briar patch. No, don't throw me in the briar patch. You can cut off all my toes, but not the briar patch.
And like, and you listen to the words, and I started researching like briar patch. All right, you know, and then I came across these cartoons. Because, I mean, in good contemporary art, I think there are references and like little holes like that, little things that you can like look and find more than just a beat, you know, to lead you to something else.
First met Ryan Harrelson at America Now and Here, and this was a national art project that was looking at the identity of America in a post 9/11 context. And I met Ryan. He had some artwork as part of the exhibit that they had at the Lady Volkus Gallery, and I just thought his work was really exciting. And I was looking forward to an opportunity to work with him, and I knew that we had this space here, and my hope was that one day we would have his work in our Changing Gallery here at the American Jazz Museum. Beyond Words, a fusion of poetry, visual art, and jazz. The idea for this exhibit really came from visual poetry. And visual poems are poems that are, the way that they're laid out, offer some additional meaning, or it's done in some way that's really compelling. And so I thought it would be cool if we had an exhibit that had visual poems on display. And so I ran the idea by our visiting curator, Miss Sunny Ruffin, who thought it was really cool, but also thought it would be cool to incorporate the work of visual artists who somehow employ text in their work.
The name of this piece is Inside the Outside Box. I make things based on kind of where I'm at, and at the time I felt like, I guess, I was inside of a box that was outside of the norm. You know, like not really escaping from being independent of anything, but I'm just in a different box.
I like the fact that there are messages that he's communicating with his work. There's always something that he's exploring that I think is really worth talking about.
When I was working on this piece along with the runaway slave figure here, those were slave quilt patterns that I was looking at the time. So there's all different types, patterns that would tell people they needed to hop a train or they needed to go in a path that wasn't direct. What caused that to be necessary in the first place? People lacking the ability to read and write, you know, people needing to covertly get a message across. So I thought that that was a cool way of using pattern.
The incredible level of detail and layers that are in his work. No matter how many times I look at his paintings, I always discover something new.
Yeah, there's a lot of different symbols in here, and I guess that's kind of what it is, in a way, my quilt.
The exhibit Beyond Words runs through April 26th at the Changing Gallery at the American Jazz Museum at 18.